What's up, everybody? If you're anything like me, as a kid growing up in the early 2000s, we all know the big three. No, not the big three of anime, but the big three of animated movies. I'm talking about Disney, Pixar, and last but not least, DreamWorks. Now, today we're doing a tier list. I've already done a tier list on Disney and Pixar movies, but today we're doing DreamWorks. Looking at this list, there's definitely a bunch that I just have not seen. I have not kept up with DreamWorks like I have with Disney or Pixar movies, so fair warning. But yeah, today we're gonna finish out the big three and let's just jump right into it. Alright guys, so like I was saying, there is a bunch of movies on this tier list that I just have not seen yet. I'm gonna try to get to all of them at some point, but hey, listen, I got a lot of stuff I gotta do, so you know what I mean. Today we're just gonna be ranking the ones that I have seen, and then obviously we got the never watched tier right there. Obviously, you can already see that I got one in there, Kung Fu Panda 4. I don't know why they even put this on this list because I think this was just confirmed to have been coming out. But anyways, let's start it off. First up is Ants. Ants was a movie that I loved when I was a kid, but I clearly did not understand this movie because watching it after you grew up a little bit, you realize that like, bro, these ants are like fighting their government and everything. It is a crazy, crazy movie. Like, I don't know. I did not realize how deep a lot of these movies were when I was watching them growing up. So first up, Ants, classic movie. If you haven't seen this, this is one I would definitely say worth checking out. I'm going to give Ants an A. Fits perfectly. A for Ants, you know what I mean? Up next, The Prince of Egypt. This is a movie that I still have dreams about some nights. Like, there's a scene in this where the people mark their doors with the red X and then the scarabs don't come in and kill them. And this was just a traumatizing movie when I first watched it. I don't know what age I was. I was definitely not even 10 years old at this point. But this movie, great movie. This is probably still rewatchable today. But I haven't seen it in so long, I do forget a lot of it. I'm going to give it a B just because I don't remember many scenes of this movie. But the beginning where the prince is born and he's sent down the river, those like have never left my brain, bro. Those are just in my head forever. Up next, we already have our first S tier, El Dorado. I don't even want to hear it. This is an S tier movie. Great story, great characters. The shorty, baddie. All right, baddie. S tier off rip. The villain turning into the Panther. I had all the toys when I was a kid. Like El Dorado, I still watch this. I think I watched this last year, bro. This is such a good movie. Yeah, it doesn't deserve anything less than S tier. Joseph, King of Dreams. This is a movie that I forget almost completely. I know I've seen this, but I just forget the movie. So I can't really rate it too highly. Obviously, if I can remember some of these movies after damn near 20 years, I mean, that sounds old as hell. But I just don't remember this. This is going to have to go, honestly, it's going to have to just go in a D. This could change if I rewatch it though, just because I literally do not remember this movie basically at all. Chicken Run. Another movie with a deep meaning that I did not understand when I first watched it. At first, I just thought like, oh, you know what I mean? It's just a chicken run. It's a chicken farm. And then they got the American chicken that comes in and he's like, what the hell? Like, what are you guys doing? You guys aren't free? Like,
well then, call me a miracle, dollface.
It was a crazy movie. I always thought this movie was like about communism or something like that because basically the American rooster comes in and starts running shit.
America, fuck yeah, coming again to save the motherfucking day, yeah.
But this movie's goated. This is an A tier movie.
Carry on.
If you haven't seen this, I mean, the claymation and stuff back then, kind of ass, I can't lie.
It's all in your head, Mr. Tweedy.
But the movie itself and the premise and the deeper meanings, great. I also watched this movie within the past 2 years. This is a fire movie. If you have if you got cable, bro, I'm sure this still plays at some point on cable. Maybe not. I haven't had cable in years. But hey, listen, if you get the chance, please check out Chicken Run if you haven't. That's top tier. Shrek, I mean, come on, guys. Are we even serious? Like, is this even a question? Shrek is an S tier. Do I want to give Shrek 1 the S tier? Yes, I am. At first, I was thinking about putting it in A, but honestly, Shrek 1 deserves the S tier. Started off, GOAT movie, easily. Like, I mean, bro, you don't have a franchise run like Shrek if you are trash. You know what I mean? Plus the memes that came from it, Like, Shrek is forever in meme culture. It's going to live on as long as the internet lives on. As long as people from my generation are still alive, Shrek will be known as a thing.
Ogres are like onions. Onions have layers. Ogres have layers. Onions have layers. You get it. We both have layers.
And honestly, probably even past that. Because if I have kids one day, bro, I am definitely showing them Shrek. Like, easy movie. Spirit. Now, I do remember this Spirit movie. This was okay. I mean, it's about a horse. I'm not really a horse kid, you know what I mean? But cool concept. I liked watching this movie when I was a kid. I haven't seen it in years, but it deserves, honestly, C. Not the greatest. Not that bad. Sinbad. I don't remember this one at all. That's going and never watched. I might have seen it, but honestly, I don't remember it at all, so it's got to stay there. Shrek 2? See, this is the issue. All right. Shrek 2. Shrek 2 is also an S, bro. I have to do it. I kind of want to move Shrek 1 down to A, but that's just disrespectful in my mind. I don't think I can do it. I think Shrek 2... I don't really want to put Shrek 3 up here, but I kind of might have to. I don't know. Let me know which Shrek you think is the best. Personally, I mean, obviously I get the most nostalgia from Shrek 1, but the whole Shrek trilogy was great. Chef's Kiss, bomb. Shark Tale. Movie, it's not that great, but it is good. Like, I love this movie. The sharks, funny as hell. It's not the greatest DreamWorks movie, but it's good. It stands up to the test of time. Animation back then, also kind of ass, but it's a feel-good movie. You know what I mean? You watch this movie and you just feel good the whole entire time. So I'm gonna give that a B, and it's gonna stay there. I'm not even gonna dwell on it for too long. Madagascar. For me, the original Madagascar is an S tier.
Just smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
I love this movie. All the characters were fire. My guy was definitely the zebra. He's super chill. And honestly, even the giraffe was fire.
Fire!
The hippo, you can't even forget the hippo. I don't remember any of these names.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
And then plus the penguins. There is a movie on here from the Penguins of Madagascar. But in my mind, I don't even think I ever saw the movie for the penguins. If you're hip though, you know you saw the TV show. I believe it was on Nickelodeon. The TV show of the penguins was fire. Like, just their life in the zoo, all the stuff they used to get into, all the weird antics and stuff. Great show. I wish they put the show on here, but I'm pretty sure that's a Nickelodeon thing. Wallace and Gromit. Now, personally, I like Wallace and Gromit basically just as much as I like Chicken Run. It is another classic movie. I used to watch these with my boy Riley all the time when we were like, must have been like 5, 6 years old. Watching this movie on repeat, had the VHS tapes. Crazy movie. I swear that they made more than just one Wallace and Gromit though. I don't see any more on this list, but I definitely remember The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. All right, we're coming up to some heaters right here. Over the Hedge. Easy S tier. Over the Hedge. Great movie, classic DreamWorks movie. Again, all the characters are fire. I kind of hated the turtle when I was younger, but dude, he was right. I wouldn't want to be mixing up in these people's business anyways. Like, especially after you see the exterminator and stuff, the lengths that they go to, bro. They put like this laser that popped up, and it was basically like a laser gun that would kill the animals. Dude, it was a crazy movie for like me watching this as a kid. I was shocked. I was like, oh my god, bro, these humans are really trying to like destroy these animals, not just trap them and cage them. They were trying to like eliminate these things. All right, I guess I didn't realize that's what an exterminator did.
That's the D-Pelter Turbo. Prepare for a lot of stinging.
Back then, maybe I was a dumb kid, but fire movies still holds up today. Still funny. The squirrel is still great. I still kind of hate the main character, but he's just an asshole, bro. Like, I mean, constantly trying to mess up these other animal stuff just because he's super greedy. You know what I mean? He wanted to rob the bear, wanted to steal all these people's food, and then he just gets all these other nice animals caught up in his shit. Like, I don't know. I definitely didn't like the main character, but other than that, all the side characters just made it worth it. Flushed Away. I actually watched this movie last week. This movie is good. It's not great, but it is good. I'm going B for Flushed Away. I really wanted to put it in A, but after I rewatched it, it was just not as good as I remember. I think I took the nostalgia away when I watched it. But it was still a good movie, good story. I like the whole adventure that they go on trying to get him home.
There are things I want to do, sights I want to see. That wasn't on the list.
The dude who kicks him into the toilet in the first couple seconds, I kind of relate to him because, like, dude, you thought I was an idiot? You were about to flush me down the toilet? You think I don't know what the toilet looks like? Come on, man. Got his ass flushed right away. He literally flushed away. Such a good movie. Still holds up. I just can't put it in A tier, to be honest. After watching it again, can't. Shrek the Third. In my mind, this is the final Shrek movie. I'm pretty sure they had another movie, Shrek Forever After. I'm pretty sure there was a Shrek 4, but Shrek the Third, I'm going to give this an A. I don't think I can put it any lower. Finished out the franchise, or finished out the trilogy. Was still great. You finally got to see everything wrap up how it's supposed to end. And my boy Shrek finally got a good ending, bro. Like, for a guy that lived in a swamp and basically had his life, you know, kind of alright, and then had it completely turned upside down, I'm glad that he finally got to end things with Fiona and just be happy. Like, that made my heart happy, you feel me? Anyways, moving on from that, Shrek the Third, A tier. B movie. Now, I'm sure we've all seen the memes of the B movie. Watching this as a kid, I loved this movie. But now watching it as an adult, I realized all the flaws that this movie actually had, okay? First off, why is this grown human woman even conversating with this bee? I mean, don't get me wrong, if a bee came up to me and started talking, I probably would, but like, I'm not about to like get in a whole relationship with him. And it was just some weird sexual tension going on throughout them. Like, I don't know.
You coming?
If I was the husband, I would have felt a certain type of way. Especially seeing this little bee, I'd be like, bro, there's no way this is my competition right now? What's going on?
How do you like the smell of flames?
Not as much.
So, B movie, even though it's got the B, it's going in C. It has to. Now, a series that I might put every single movie in S tier, Kung Fu Panda, bro. Jack Black absolutely killed this whole role. I love Po. I love Master Uwang. Just a great cast of characters. Great movie. I didn't really care for too many of the other warriors, but Po, the Dragon Warrior, Tai Lung, like, dude, oh my god. Kung Fu Panda has some of the greatest villains in all animated movies, okay? All of them have crazy backstories, real reasons for what they're doing, besides maybe the third one. Yeah, that's kind of questionable, but I am super excited for Kung Fu Panda 4. That is a movie that I'm gonna drag my girl to go see for sure. Like, we are seeing that in the theaters when it comes out, no doubt about it. Have to finish out the whole franchise for sure. Madagascar 2: Escape Africa. It goes down a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Didn't care as much for this movie as I did for Madagascar or for the TV show of the Penguins, but it was still a good watch. I enjoyed it. Honestly, might move this one up to an A because I did not care for the third movie at all.
That's a number I can live with.
I don't even really remember watching the third movie, but I know I have seen it. But just because I can't remember it, that one's gotta be lower. Monsters vs. Aliens. This is a throwback movie. I have not seen this. I haven't even thought about this movie in years. But this is gonna go... This is gonna go with a B. It was good. Really liked the story, liked the characters, liked the whole character development with the girl not liking that she's super huge and a giant, and then, you know what I mean, kind of coming around to realizing like, oh shit, this is my thing, you know what I mean? Kind of embracing it. I love that. I wish they made a sequel to this, to be honest. How to Train Your Dragon. How to Train Your Dragon was good. I liked the first movie. I don't remember watching the other ones. I'm gonna give that also a B. Really good. Love the story between, I like the relationship between obviously the main character and his dragon. I know they made a TV show of this. I never watched that. I was already too grown to be watching that. Well, not too grown to be watching it because, you know, I watch a lot of random shit. But it was just past my time. Did not come out at the right time for me. Small Soldiers. This is another one that when I looked up DreamWorks movie, this popped up. So I added it because this has not been on another list that I've done yet. And this definitely deserves to be on a list. Small Soldiers is an S. Easily. Yeah, see, Shrek Forever After. I don't think I watched this one, to be honest. Oh no, this one has the babies. This one I did watch. This one was alright. I don't care for the Shrek kids. I'm sorry, bro. I'm watching it for Shrek and Donkey, realistically. I forget the villain's name, but I did not care for him either. Megamind. Megamind's a great movie. A tier. Felt bad for Megamind, dude. He had it horrible. He deserved so much better. Because really, he was not a villain at all, bro. He was just kind of ugly and blue and had a huge head. And like, hey man, people hated him for it. You know what I mean? He was a genius in his own right. I don't think he was a villain at all. I think that a lot of people just discriminated because of how he looks. Which, hey, knowing me as a little kid, I probably would have been freaked out if I seen some blue dude with a huge ass head too. So I don't know if I can really blame people. But the movie itself and Megamind as a character, great. Plus the baby scene, fire. Kung Fu Panda 2, you already know where this has to go. S tier, it deserves it. Did not slow down at all for number 2. Number 3 is my only one that's kind of questionable. Puss in Boots. The original Puss in Boots, because I don't think this is the new one. This is the original one. I didn't really care too much for this movie. I love Puss in Boots as a character, but I didn't really care too much for this movie. If you haven't seen the new Puss in Boots movie, I would definitely recommend that one. I'm blanking on the name right now. The new one, fire. The original Puss in Boots, I didn't really care for. Honestly, I might even bring it down to a D. I don't really care for this one. Madagascar 3 Most Wanted. I don't think I ever saw this one, to be honest with you. We're actually going on a little tear of movies I haven't seen, so I'm just gonna run through these real quick. Rise of the Guardians, have not seen this one. The Croods, I definitely was still watching DreamWorks movies when this had come out, but I don't think I ever saw this. Turbo, that's too recent. I never saw that. Mr. Peabody and Sherman, never seen that. How to Train Your Dragon 2, this was pretty good. I'd probably put this on the same. Honestly, it's going A. A little bit better. I enjoyed it more than How to Train Your Dragon 1, just because it expanded on the story more. I don't think I ever saw the third one, but I know I've seen 1 and 2. This was the movie I was talking about. Penguins of Madagascar. If this was the TV show, this would be an easy S tier. Maybe possibly an A, but I've never seen this movie in my life. Home. Now, somebody recently told me that this was actually good and that I would probably enjoy this movie. I just have not gone around to watching it yet. Kung Fu Panda 3. Come on, bro. Easy S tier. Another one. It's all we got so far, so hey, listen, I gotta wait for Kung Fu Panda 4. I really hope that it doesn't fuck up the rest of the franchise by being trash. I don't really think it can, to be honest. Just the way that the whole story is gone. I mean, I haven't seen the Mario movie, but I heard Jack Black killed it as Bowser. So that to me just makes me think that, okay, Kung Fu Panda 4 has got to be great. They just can't fuck up the story. That's it. Trolls? Dude, that shit was ass. The Boss Baby. Oh, it's better than Trolls. Captain Underpants. I never watched the movie, but the books, when I was in elementary school, bro, this was like the only books I would even read. Fire books. Never seen the movie though. If you've seen the movie, let me know if this holds up, because if you think it's good, I will definitely watch Captain Underpants. How to Train Your Dragon, is that the third one? Never saw that. Abominable? Never saw that. Trolls World Tour? I will never see this one. I'll tell you that much. I can already tell you. Bro, see all these I have not seen. Troll Hunters. Let me know if any of these are worth watching too. If you've seen any of these and you think they're worth watching, I'll watch it. All right, I don't have any problem against watching something that's good. All right, as long as a lot of people tell me that it's good, I will at least check it out and double check and make sure that it is fire. The Bad Guys, I did watch this movie with my girl. I think we saw it at a drive-in theater. This movie was not bad. I actually enjoyed this movie. It wasn't the best movie, but it wasn't horrible. It was pretty good. It gets a B. Just brings out like, you know, all the typical bad guys from like the animal world. You know what I mean? You got the wolf, you got a shark, snake. But it was a good movie. You know what I mean? The bad guys turn around and he realizes like, dude, I'm not even bad. Like, so good. Doesn't deserve an A or a B. Doesn't deserve an A or an S though. Sitting in B tier. I think that's well deserved. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. A tier. This is the one. I forgot the name of it. This is the one with the crazy villain that just had come out recently. This is worth a watch. The original Puss in Boots, I didn't care for at all. This movie though, fire. The animation looks crazy. The villain was really what made this movie, alright? Like, just such a creepy vibe, such a well-made villain, basically. I don't know what else to say about it. I'm not trying to spoil too much. Please watch that if you haven't. If you like anything with Puss in Boots or Shrek, this one is worth watching. Trust me. Teenage Kraken, I've seen the trailers for this, but I have, again, not watched it. And these last two, I also have not seen. Orion in the Dark looks like it could be good, so I might actually watch this one. But all these other ones, Home and Orion in the Dark, these two I might end up watching at some point. Madagascar 3, I don't know if I've seen this. I would have to see a clip of something to like double check with my brain to make sure I've seen it. But as of now, these are all the movies that I've never watched. And these are the official rankings, alright? I'm not hearing no back talk. Possibly could move Ants to an S tier, but really, I'm keeping it a A. And I think the S tier is completely deserving. If you haven't seen any of these movies, which if you haven't seen any of the Shreks or the Ice Age movies, please watch those. Like, these are classic movies. Kung Fu Panda, like, I would be disappointed if somebody told me that they haven't seen Kung Fu Panda. I would be waiting for the right excuse to say that you've never seen Kung Fu Panda. Like, you never had a TV in your life. But if you're somebody that claims you watch good stuff, or you've owned a TV for any majority of your life and you haven't seen Kung Fu Panda, I basically just don't know what you've been doing, honestly. So please check that out. El Dorado, GOAT movie. Like, I'm gonna probably watch this again at some point soon, because I like watching this movie every once in a while. At least like once every couple years I gotta rewatch this movie because it's so good. And yeah, other than that, man, that's the list. Joseph and the King of Dreams, I might have to watch this again because, like I said, I just don't remember this movie. But other than that, man, this is the list. Quick and short one today. It's not too long. I hope not. Oh, this is still like 28 minutes. My bad, guys. But that's all I got to say today, man. I'll catch you guys soon. Stay safe, stay dangerous, drink some water, and get laid. Deuces.